There's only 5 Blood Oath incantations in the game, and the DLC added only 1. It's unfortunate that you'll be cosplaying as a blood mage with dementia. You'd think these were powerful and good, since Mog and his goons can shred us with these, but unfortunately that's just not the case, and you won't see even half of the damage Vere does. Let's start off with a quick and simple one, the Blood Flame Blade. This one is interesting in the way that it's really not. It does as fire damage at 0.40 times your incantation seal scaling, but no one cares about that. What's important is that it adds bleed. But the bleed effect is not even as good as an Ash of War boost. You're better off just turning your weapon into a bleed weapon. It works well with a buffable weapon that already has bleed on it though, like Bloodhound Blade or the Uchigatana. Next is the Nasty Swarm of Flies. This deals 0.52 times your incant scaling, plus 5 ticks of 0.15 times incant scaling standard physical damage. These just release flies that deal bleed. It's not the worst, but it got a big debuff to its bleed effect back in patch 1.04. It does stagger most enemies, so unless they use an attack that has hyper armor, then you'll be able to just spam it at them until they die. So that automatically makes it better than the next one, which is the Blood Flame Talons. This one inflicts hemorrhage 95 bleed over 2 seconds. This incantation has 2 parts, the initial swipe, then the explosion. Only the explosion deals the bleed, but even if you get staggered out, so long as you did the swipe, the explosion will happen. It deals good damage if you have a good amount of arcane, but if you don't, then you're better off not putting this into your build. Next is Blood Boon. This throws blood flame on the ground, which deals lingering bleed. It lasts about 6 seconds, and it causes 30 bleed build-up per second. It's best to use this on directly at the enemy's feet, or above them slightly, so it'll land on them as well. Either way, you'll need not use target lock on. But compared to MoHG, it doesn't do nearly as much bleed build-up, nor damage. But it's not the worst. It's just not too good either. You'll probably get assaulted in PvP if you try to use this. The last one is often considered the only good Blood Oath incantation, and it's from the DLC, the Furious Blade of Ansbach. It deals pure fire damage and inflicts 180 hemorrhage total build-up. It deals incant scaling times 0.97 for each slash, and incant scaling times 1.54 for the final flame hit. It doesn't scale with arcane, so your bleed effect is final. You can charge it to increase its damage, so it'll deal incant scaling times 0.98 for each slash, and incant scaling times 1.63 for the final flame hit. It deals up to 240 hemorrhage total build-up if all 4 hits land. And it was fixed, so it'll actually work. It does stagger most enemies, so you should have no problem chaining this into another attack if you want. Those are all 5 of the Blood Oath incantations. If you ask me if they're good or not, I'd say it depends. You can't just throw any of them into your spell roster and expect it to work perfectly. You'd need to make a bleed build, and then they'd be pretty decent. Except for Blood Flame Blade, I think the Blood Oath incantations are pretty decent. They're certainly not the best, but there's definitely worse. But who knows, I'm not some super tester. I don't think any of these spells would do great in PvP though. But again, I suck at PvP, so I wouldn't know. Anyway, if you watched until this point, then thanks for sticking around. And if happened to find this video helpful, or if you prefer the Seppuku Ash of War, then please consider giving this video a like and subscribing. It would really help out the channel and mean a lot to me. That's about it. Until next time.
And